Kasi two ways yan eh. Either you register in the BIR or not register it. And ang pagkaalam ko, once you register with the BIR, there are some expenses that you have to meet. For example, because all the documents submitted sa BIR has to be certified by an actuary. So you need to hire their services, no? So that's an added expense. Tapos may limitations when it comes to the minimum amount that you have to put in terms of your initial savings, tsaka yung tuloy-tuloy na paghulog mo hanggang mapuno mo siya. So i-explain nga natin, ano itong mga limitations na to, ilang tao, ilang porsyento ng iyong workforce, minimum ang kailangan naka-enroll dito sa retirement savings program na to, at ano itong mga expenses na kailangan i-meet ng business owner. Bago natin pag-usapan yung not registered. Ayan.
So dun sa registered part, Ms. Janet, first of all, you're correct no na according to the law, it's not mandatory that you register it with the BIR. But if you do register it with the BIR, of course, there are pros and cons. So as you mentioned, yung mga consideration dito ng company is it's hard to do it on your own. Ito talaga, kukuha ka talaga dito ng trust company to help you set it up or an actuarial firm to do the computations for you. When it comes to the computations, kung ilang tao, ilang percent, this will be determined by the actuarial firm. Kasi hihingiin nila sa inyo yung employee data ninyo. Sino yung mga employees ninyo or kahit yung employee code nila, their birthday, day hire, their salary, ganyan. Tapos mag-compute sila ngayon kung magkano yung kailangan mong ipunin. Tatanong din nila sa inyo, meron na ba kayong existing na ipon for the retirement purpose? Kasi kung malaki na yung naipon ninyo, of course, mas maliit na lang yung iipunin ninyo in the future.
Yeah,
dadagdag. Correct. Pero if you're starting from scratch, starting from zero, most likely, of course, mas malaki yung i-require sa inyo ng actuarial firm for it to be, for you to meet your obligations. And having an actuarial firm, of course, meron itong cost in giving you the initial computation and for maintaining their service year in, year out. Kasi you have to be compliant with what the BIR requires in order for you to be registered with them. And again, just like in building a house, unless you have all of the knowledge and manpower to do it, what's wise would be to hire an expert. So that can be your actuarial firm or that can be your trust company. So yun yung mga iba dun sa mga features ng registering it with the BIR. I forgot to mention one pala na if you are registered with the BIR, anything that you put into your retirement fund, or formally they will call it na a provident fund, anything that you put into your provident fund, it's deductible when it comes to taxes.
Yeah, it's so considered a tax, it's considered a business expense.
Yes, yan naman yung gustong-gusto ng mga companies when they register it with the BIR. Pero ang downside na nakikita nila doon is anything that you put into that provident fund, hindi mo na siya pwedeng hugutin for any other purpose. Pwede mo na lang siyang hugutin kapag may ipipay out ka na retirement ng employee mo. Mm-hmm. So it's an advantage and a disadvantage. Advantage kasi tax deduction siya. It's a disadvantage kasi yung flexibility mo naman dun sa funds mo. So marami rin naman, they opt not to register it with the BIR solely for the purpose of the flexibility.
Yeah, paano kaya pag kumita ng malaki yung funds, no? Tapos maghihintay ka lang talaga ng may magre-retire bago mo siya magagalaw. And you cannot use any of it to, say for example, if there's an excess, you cannot use any of it to expand your business, to buy equipments, to purchase properties, no? Hindi mo siya magagalaw. Yes. Okay. Yes. So isa pa, I think one upside and downside that we can look at is is related to tax. Ayan. So kanina nasabi natin na because any amount of money that is put into this fund is treated as a business expense. So may deduction siya, may tax deduction. Pagdating naman sa mga tatanggap ng payout, So yung mga retirees na magtatanggap ng payout, ano naman ang tax implication sa kanila kapag registered sa BIR?
Okay, so if it's registered with the BIR, kung ikaw yung employee na makakatanggap ng retirement pay, it will also be tax-free. Makukuha mo ng buong-buo yung pera. So yun din naman yung isang advantage if you're registered with the BIR and you are the employee getting the retirement pay.
So wala kang kailangan bayarang income tax. Ayan.
That's correct.